Good.
Good evening, everyone. I hope my voice is clear to everyone.
Yes, clear.
All right, thank you. So, good evening, everyone. On behalf of our educators, I am Sonam, and I will start in the next 2 more minutes. We are expecting good number of people to join in. So just bear with us for the next 4 minutes. Next 2 more minutes. We'll start at 6:04. and requesting everyone to keep yourselves on mute throughout the session so that everybody can hear me clearly. And if you have any questions, any doubts, make use of the chat so that I can read your questions and answer them. And of course, if you are unable to hear me, even message that in the group. If there's a problem from my end, I will try and fix it. And if there's a problem from your end, then you will have to log out and log in again for the session. All right. So thank you, everyone, for spending your time out. And we'll just start in one more minute. And till then, everybody can use the chat and write, where are you from? And if you are a teacher, then what subject are you teaching? And of course, if you can write the name of your school, that'll be great. So please mention your name, school name, if you're a teacher, and what subject do you teach. Please make use of the chat so that I can read it and I can understand, the background you are coming in from. Kindly put in one message. Multiple messages from one person will just make the chat too long. So in one message, you can put all these details, your name, your school name, if you're in a school, or your institute name, whether you're a teacher, and the subject that you teach. All right. So I have a primary teacher, Arabic teacher, teacher from Jammu, Bhiwandi, math, Ravati, Delhi, Jamnagar, computer teacher, physics teacher. Adri is from Ranchi, she's a principal. Shweta, Chennai primary teacher, TGT French, high school teacher. Great. Great to know everyone. Please keep writing. I am reading about you, though I'll not take your names and speak. But yes, I'm reading about you in the chat. So kindly keep writing about yourself so that we can understand the group that I have. And of course, you can know each other as well. Zilla Parishad School, Telangana, Vishakhapatnam. All right. So we have teachers from all the parts of our country. So great. And welcome once again, everyone, to the webinar on Microsoft Certified Educator Program. And let me just share my screen and we'll start with the webinar. Good evening. All right. So, hi everyone. Once again, I welcome you all on behalf of our company, Up Educators, for the webinar on Microsoft Certified Educator. Right? It's getting recorded. All right. So this is about our company's motto mission. We help you upgrade, update, upskill, the educators. That's how we name ourselves as Up Educators. We are a Google for Education partner company. And as for what we do in the last 3 years, we have been training teachers on various platforms. One such that I'm talking about today is the Microsoft platform. We are India's leading institute to offer instructor-led programs. And of course, our main aim is to make teachers, educators efficient and proficient in making use of technology in the classroom. Till date, we've trained over 5,000 plus educators, and these educators are basically from across a lot of schools in and around India, around 2,000 plus institutes, and some of the very famous institutes we've mentioned here. The Podar group of schools. So we have teachers from there who've come and joined us, Balbharti School, Army Public School, you know, the Mumbai schools, of course, the famous Mumbai schools are also mentioned, Ryan group of schools. So we have had teachers coming in from different schools taking up the programs with us. And till date, around 500 plus educators have become Google and Microsoft certified educators. So we have had a good number of teachers who've taken up programs with us, and they have got themselves certified as Google or Microsoft certified educator. So today we've come across the session for Microsoft Certified Educator, and I'm going to be giving you a brief understanding about this program. Before that, a little bit about myself. I'm the presenter trainer for the program. Alongside with me, I have another trainer, Ms. Mukta, who also takes up the program. So about me, yes, I'm a Microsoft Educator Master Trainer and a Google Certified Trainer. I have around 15 years of experience in the field of education and have trained around 2,000 plus educators on digital tools and teaching pedagogies. Of course, I was invited, and that's how that photograph is there. I was invited by MyGov to meet the Honorable Prime Minister. And this was because, of the blog that I had written and where they wanted me as a speaker to, share my views on the current scenario of inclusive education in schools in India. So, I had to present in front of the whole audience, and of course, Prime Minister was there, and that's how I got to meet him. And of course, the next is I have also been awarded by the British Council a Global Teacher Accreditation, and recently I've been awarded with the Instructional Leadership Award by School Edu Excellence. Now, this is a question for all of you. Why teachers should become digitally smart? Okay, you can make use of the chat and you can put your thoughts on this question. Why do you think should the teachers become digitally smart? All right, I give you a minute, put in your thoughts, and let's see what everybody has to say about this. Till then, I'm definitely reading what you all have all written in the chat about yourself so that I get to know about you. Okay, so there's one response which says technology is in the era to be globally recognized because of the change in technology to teach digital and advanced students. Yes, students are also digital these days. To make teaching effective, 3D presentation, colorful, all right. It's a time demand of the time to be par with technology and development. Okay, update ourselves, understand more by visual presentations. Students do understand, yes. ICT makes learning easy, fit globally for 21st century, yes. We are in the computer world, so it's a requirement of the 21st century. It's a digital world, students. Yeah. So great answers, everyone. In the era of AI, yes, we are now in the era of AI also. We also need to upgrade ourselves. Completely agree with that. And I think a lot of things that everybody has written here, I'm definitely reading that. I think that this program is going to really make you think that, yes, this is something I should be doing and I should be not. So yes, the pandemic was, one of the factors to push teachers to use technology. I will not say that the only factor, but yes, it actually pushed all of us to use technology. We had no choice but to use it. And this is where, technology is going to move and how it is going to move in the field of education. Let's have a look at this wonderful video. where this is a video created by Meta, which is a company which runs the applications Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp. I think we are all aware about these, you know, social media applications and the communication application. This is what is soon going to come in the field of education. Also, there are companies in India who also started working in regards to this. So this is an example of a metaverse and 5G. If they are going to be put together, this is what you probably will expect in the future in the field of education. Let's have a look at this wonderful video. Let me just make it a little bigger.
So, we're gonna have an astrophysicist in the family.
Actually, I have to write this paper. Will you help me?
Let's take a closer look. What part of the solar system are we talking about?
Saturn.
If you were taking astrophysics, you could study in the metaverse.
Did you know the rings are made up of billions of icy particles?
Really?
Look at this.
You ready to do that paper now, right?
Yeah.
In the metaverse, you'll be able to teleport not just to any place, but any time as well. Ancient Rome. Imagine standing on the streets, hearing the sounds, visiting the markets, to get a sense of the rhythm of life over 2,000 years ago. Imagine learning how the Forum was built by actually seeing the Forum get built right in front of you.
So that's what probably you may expect in the future. Of course, there's a survey which was conducted where it was it was understood that mm, grade 3 students are more tech savvy than 90% of the teachers. This means that the digital gap between the students and the teacher is really very, very big. And that's what, once you become technologically smart teachers, you can actually reduce this digital gap. Of course, there's an exponential rise in the availability of free resources, interactive resources. Soon probably you may not have people using textbooks. A lot of these publication companies are coming up with the digital content now. Apart from that, there is so much of easy and free digital content available. What kind of content? Free content. There are websites which have wonderful information about things. There is, of course, ebooks are available, augmented reality simulations are available, videos are definitely available since a long time, and yes, online assessment portals are also available. Of course, it is very, very easy to engage students with digital resource. That's also one of the reasons why teachers should become digitally smart. Also, it also has been researched by the World Economic Forum that in the future, next 10 years, 9 out of the 10 jobs are going to require digital skills. So the future jobs of students is something where, again, not just the teachers, even the students need to become digitally smart. And through this program, we are going to give students opportunity. When we train you as teachers, we also train you how you can use technology with students. Personalization, okay, students need, some of them need specific help, specific, modifications. This is very easy when you are doing things digitally, because you don't have to repeat certain things over and over again. And, you can cater to every student's need, especially in the digital world. Of course, the new concept of blended learning that's also been spoken in the national education policy is what is possible with the use of technology, where blended learning is nothing but a combination of content being done in classroom and content being done via online mode. A review has also mentioned that 73% of the teachers say that blended learning increasing engagement. Productivity improvement, of course, teachers have said that they have saved their time because they are using technology, and that's 84% of the UK teachers have mentioned that. That's through a research conducted by an edtech company. And of course, there has been a huge rise in the online tutoring jobs. Nowadays, so many companies are, coming up with online programs for students, and they are looking for teachers who are really, good at using technology. And they want those kind of teachers who are proficient. And this is also another avenue apart from, somebody who doesn't want to work in a school, who wants a little bit of flexibility in their times, maybe having a small child, or maybe having, certain other, commitments back home, but wants to still continue work. They can, take up these online tutoring jobs where you can decide your work timings, and, you can take up the jobs in these kind of institutes. Now, what are we going to be covering in today's webinar? We're going to be covering it in 3 parts. The first part, of course, I'm going to be talking about what are the Microsoft tools that you're going to learn. The second part is going to be talking about the 21st century skill. Now, this is the benefit of this certificate. It is not just training you on to using technology, but it is also helping you to be proficient in making lesson plans with 21st century skills in it, so that you make the students 21st century learners, which is one of the most essential skills mentioned in the national education policy, alongside its most important skill for the future that you can impart in this chat. So now this is what you will be able to do with a Microsoft tools. It's just an overview. I will be talking about each application that you will be learning in just some time. This is what you will be able to do. You can create an ebook, you can create online storage spaces, newsletters, gamify your quizzes, create digital classrooms, have a question answer forum with students, use AR, VR in your lessons, have class reminders and timetables and video library. You can create interactive quizzes, grade books automatically getting created, and analyze data. Productivity apps is what you will be able to. Of course, as I mentioned, the 21st century skills that we will be learning, this is a very, very important part of this certification, where we'll be covering 6 skills of 21st century. And these skills, once learned, will help you create lesson plans that develop these skills in the learner. So the 6 skills that we'll be learning is collaboration, skill communication, knowledge construction, self-regulation, real-world problem solving and innovation, and use of ICT for learning. All right. And the last part is going to be talking about, how do you become a Microsoft certified educator? What is the examination process, the course details, and other things as bonuses that we have for those who have, wait until the end of the session, because there's something very exciting that we are going to be announcing. Today is the first, webinar where we're announcing those bonuses. Now, let's have a look at the highlights of the tools of Microsoft. Now, Microsoft Teams, this is considered to be a one-stop solution for many challenges of the educator. Now, what is it that you'll be able to do with Microsoft? Okay, now it says you can create an ebook, you have access to resources using mobile application, distribute assignments, and give feedback, create quizzes, integrate other tools, and a lot of things. So let's have a look at a live example of the same. Okay, now this is the example of the digital classroom, how it looks in Microsoft Teams. You will be able to create as many digital classrooms as you want. This is one of the sample I like to show you. Now, the first thing mentioned in the presentation, it says you can create an ebook. So here is your class notebook, which is an ebook which can be created very easily. Now, why are these ebooks so important, and why should you share notes and resources with your students on an ebook? Because here you would be able to create an ebook with the entire year's content in one place. When you create things on Word document, you have to create separate files for each chapter. This space is where you can integrate everything And not just integrate text, you can have videos added. So here's there's an example of how, I've added video, and video can directly play in this particular application. The video I could directly play. I can add a quiz in terms of forms. I can give activities and get the students to put up pictures in this. And also I can add a ready-made worksheets that I have made. So this is what is possible in an ebook very, very easily, because it's an ebook come a class notebook that you can make use of. The second thing, of course, you can create a question, forums where you can share resources with your students. Here you can have all your discussions, any resources, any communication you wish to do with your students. You can even share certain files with the students in this way. You can integrate other applications over here very easily. So this is one of the examples. We all know how to make presentations, but do you know how to create interactive presentations? So let's have a look at that. I have one presentation which is interactive in nature. Now, what do I mean by interactive in nature? This presentation does not just only have slides, but it has got incorporation of various other things like 3D things, VR, videos with questions, quizzes, polls, and a lot of other things. So this is one of the example. Let me just show you. So this is an example of VR. Of course, as a teacher, if you have the VR device, you can, immerse yourself in that. But if you don't have, this is what you would be able to showcase your student. So like a 360-degree view of, a market here, because that's what the activity was, where the person had to visit a market in Vietnam. So that's also possible. Of course, apart from that, 3D images, as I said, you can even have simulations here. This is an example of the digestive system. The style can zoom in, zoom out, turn it upside down, manipulate it the way they want. So this is not just the presentation with the teacher, but also with students. So they could do the same thing that I'm trying to show you here. You could actually, really teach them how the small intestine, big intestine. So similar things are available, not just in sciences, but in other subjects also. This is just an example. Apart from this, yes, there are videos. We give videos to students to watch, but we rarely know that have they actually watched the video. Now, this is a platform where you could give videos to watch and also question them while the video is being played, so that you get understand that the student has first watched the video, second has understood the video. Because sometimes we even don't know whether the child is watching the video that we've given them or not. So here is the example.
Yep, it's
So if you see, there is a blue dot. That's where the video has been embedded. Sorry, the question has been embedded. So in the video, this is a YouTube video, not a video which I have created. If you see here, it's written YouTube. So a YouTube video being...
It's about 9 meters long, all wrapped up inside your body. A lot of things go on in your digestive system.
And a question is being asked. Until and the child does not answer this question, he is not able to move forward. That's also a setting which you could do. Okay, I have not put that setting for the time being. Apart from that, you can get them to do drawings. Okay, so for math, science teachers, social studies teachers, you want the students to mark certain things, highlight certain things. For maths teachers, you want them to draw certain things, cube or pyramid or whatever it is, you can get them to do. So identify two organs within the digestive system and explain. So this picture can be added by the teacher and the students can use this tools available here, and they can mark it, and they could put the text boxes, and they can write about it. So this is what they'll be able to do in the drawing feature. And of course, there are many more features. You can ask open-ended questions, you can have a poll, you can have a quiz. All right. So this is what is possible. Another application which also can be integrated is any kind of a gamification tool. All right. So let me just show you one example of that. This is a quiz, okay, created by the teacher, and the link is given to the student. While the child starts the game, okay, he is able to, get points, get immediate feedback whether it's right or wrong. Okay, we are able to see an object in the dark due to absence of light. If the answer is correct, he gets points, and he also sees a leaderboard. Okay, leaderboard means his ranking in the class. How much of the concept of life are you aware of? Light are you aware of? Okay, so these kind of polls, this kind of questions, open-ended question, close-ended question, MCQ questions, what you can create easily. It gives bonuses to the students. It gives, describe the concept of refraction of light. They can give examples, they can submit it. So this is what you can even integrate in the classroom. All right. Apart from that, it mentions you could even correct assignments. So now if I go to assignments, you'll be able to correct assignments, not just correct it, but even give a very critical feedback using rubrics. So let's say the child submitted the assignment. Now, what was the assignment? Let's see first that. So this is the assignment. He is supposed to prepare a document on photosynthesis in plants, and these are the criteria he's going to be evaluated on. Now, the same criteria as a rubric form is given to the child beforehand. Now, rubrics are very helpful because, they really give the students an idea how he's going to be evaluated. As a teacher, you can give feedbacks on the Word document like this to the, and once that feedback is done, you can also give a feedback while you give your rubric, and you can start marking. Okay, was the relevant information? Yes, it was completely fine. Unique? No, somewhere I think they have copied something from the internet directly. Have they added images? Yes. Is there a citation? Yes. Is there a footnote? No, there's no footnote. So you can cut marks for it. You can give 0. Is the submission done on time? Now that was one of the criteria. It's not necessary you should have that. But yes, it was submitted on time and you said done. Up, so you automatically get your totals calculated. You could give a text feedback, or you can even give a video feedback using this icon. So you have a video feedback option, text feedback option, and you return the assignment to the student. So all of this is possible, and you can create an automatic grade book. This is how a grade book will look like, where you can see for each assignment, how is the child scored. For that one assignment, what is your class average? This is 99%, 99.3% have, is what your class average is. That's the score average. And for each child also, you'll be able to see what is his overall percentage in each assignment. So like, for example, Mr. Arsul Bhaskar has got, Nita Arsul Bhaskar is got 89.7% in overall. So this is the kind of analysis. Of course, all of this can be exported to Excel. And as teachers, you can do a lot of data analysis. Okay. So something for mathematics class, of course, there is a lot for the mathematics also. I'll try and show you towards the end because, I cannot show for each and every subject, but I'll be talking about what we are going to do for each subject also towards the end. That's a part of the bonuses that we are offering. So that's what Microsoft Team you learned about. And digital classrooms, of course, we will teach you how to make use best practices of using this. How do you integrate various other applications in Teams? How do you create private channels? How do you create Teams meeting? And how do you communicate with students one-on-one? So we make sure you, from basics of understanding about the digital tool, we make you an expert in using our digital tools. All right. OneNote, I showed you an example of the ebook. This is the application, which is called OneNote, which is integrated in Teams. You'll be able to learn how to create an ebook, which is no cost involved, no coding involved, extremely easy to learn, and also has various applications which can be integrated very easily in that. If I want to be a freelancer, what is the procedure to use this app? You have the free version, which you can make use of, or there's a paid version also, which you can pay annually, and you can make use of it as a freelancer. All right. All right. So with OneNote, you can do is create an ebook. You can share this in any website, create portfolios, give assignments, integrate various interactive things like videos, images, flowcharts. Okay. OneNote is available. Yes, in the free version, it's available. So these are some of the other highlights. For the maths teacher, OneNote has a very beautiful feature, which is called the Math Assistant, and that's helping you create personalization in your classroom. It helps you to create solutions and helps you to create practice work for the students. So this is advanced features of ebook. That's also what we cover in the topic. Now, Microsoft Forms is also one of the application. We help you learn how to create quizzes, adaptive quizzes. Now, what are adaptive quizzes? I'll just show you an example of it. Okay, just give me a minute. So what's an adaptive quiz? Screen is not visible. Okay, let me reshare. Okay, I hope now it is visible. No, not visible. Okay. 1 second. It was visible earlier. Now is my screen visible? Yeah, can you all tell me? Not visible. Yes. Okay. Just give me a moment. Let me check my internet connectivity. Oh no, it's working fine. So let's see. I'll reshare my screen again one more time. Let me just see that. All right. Okay, I'm not sharing my screen right now. I'm going to now share my screen. Now check if you can all see my screen. Yes, visible. All right. So great. Let me see. So I have some problem with the Microsoft Forms. I'm unable to open any of my forms. That's why I'm not able to show you an example of an adaptive quiz. But I will explain you what's an adaptive quiz like. So for example, let's say if you create an MCQ based quiz, all right, and you know that an MCQ based quiz, one answer is correct, the other three are wrong, or the two are wrong. And how do you what is it can you do if the answer gives an incorrect answer? That's where adaptive quizzes is what helps you. So let's say if the child gives an incorrect answer, you can pre-program your quiz in such a way that if he gives a wrong answer, he can be shifted to another question of a similar type, or he could be shifted to a video where he can clarify his concept and come back to watch solving the quiz. So here you are creating a branch where if he doesn't give a right answer, he moves to another thing, which if the ones who have given right answer would move on to the next question, but the ones who give a wrong answer would end up moving to a video to watch and clarify his thought. Once video is watched, he's coming back to the same question and he'll re-answer that question. So that's what an adaptive quiz is like. Okay, I will try I'm just refreshing my screen all the time. But if I am not able to show you till the end, then that's what I'll be able to help you understand that an adaptive quiz like. Okay, and of course you can add video images and images in your quizzes. No, adaptive quiz is not simple to complex. Adaptive quiz is more like, it is a quiz that you've created which changes as per the answer of the student. Of course, apart from quizzes, you can create feedback forms, registration forms, consent forms, and you can add section-wise quizzes, include auto-grading. You can duplicate and collaborate on a form. You can share your forms with others. All of that is possible here. Microsoft Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. All right. So, yes, changes as per the answer. Correct. So these are the three applications. I'm sure all of us has have used it at some moment of our, teacher life. But yes, what do we offer something different is not just the basics of how to, let's say this is the presentation that I'm talking about. This is something which we have created using certain features of Microsoft PowerPoint, which are very recently added by Power. Things are moving. You can see my previous slide. I'll just go back to a previous slide. Okay. And if you see this movement, okay, there's nothing that is happening. My hands are all over here and it is automatically happening. It is moving. So this is something which is going to make your presentations, make beautiful. Also, if you see this slide, it has a picture which has a curve in it. These things I have not created, manually, taking lots of hours to do it. It's been just created with some clicks, and these features is what we cover here, which makes your presentations look more effective, better, and more engaging. Apart from that, of course, we teach you how to create a flipped lesson using PowerPoint recording feature, and how you can make use of presenter notes when you want to give your presentation. Okay, I am not visible. I have just kept my video off. I thought I have a little bit of network issue. I'll just put it on. All right. The next is, of course, Word. All right. Again, I'm not using my hands to move it. Everything is moving on its own. Okay, that's how it has been made while I have created the presentation. Now, again, in Word, the basics, I'm sure most of us know how to create, how to underline a text, how to make it bold. So those things we do not cover. But if you are somebody who needs that basics, you can let us know that you don't know anything about using Word. Then we can take a separate session for you. But while we do this one, we teach you advanced features. So how do you collaborate on a Word document? How do you create an automatic table of content? How do you translate a document from one language to other? How can you dictate and, help yourself write a report? How do you use version history, make authentic documentation using citations, footnotes, and various ways that you can share your Word document. So while we teach you Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, we teach you the online versions of these documents so that you can do a lot of collaborative work with your colleagues, with your students as well. And the last one is Excel. This is where we cover basics also, because we know not many teachers use this. So we start with sorting, filter, basics, filter view, freezing of cell. Then we move on to charts, important formulas, sum if, count if, VLOOKUP, and then very advanced features like conditional formatting, data validation, flash fills. These are the things that we cover. All right. OneDrive, that's another application. This is your storage space. You can store all your documents here. Like how we have Google Drive, this is the OneDrive, which is Microsoft storage space, which is in the cloud. You can access it from anywhere, any mobile phone, any devices, and you can share documents with others. So you can either give them just a viewing rights, commenting or editing rights, depending on what kind of permissions you would want to give your students or participants or your teachers or colleagues, anybody. Okay, so Microsoft Calendar, how do you create a meeting for yourself? How do you create reminders? How do you organize events? All of that is very, very clearly, taught during Microsoft Calendar. Next is Sway. This is called a digital storytelling board. Let me show you. I hope this, opens up and I'll be able to show you. Yes, it is working. So this is a newsletter kind of a thing on an event that we had created in school. You can write about it. You can add pictures. It is more, presentable. Okay, you can add videos which can play directly over here. This is a YouTube video. This is an uploaded video. This is an audio file. You can even embed a quiz in this. Possible in this particular application. It's called a digital storytelling board. what all can you create here? You could create a science journal, you could create an English information brochure for English teachers. If you want to create newsletters, you could create digital storytelling can be done. Any kind of student display works can be done through this. So like art teachers display exhibits if you wish to do. All of that is possible in Microsoft Suite. And the last application that we teach is Flip. This is an application which helps you to, help students develop their communication skills. Here, the students get an option to, do things by using videos. So they can record themselves, helpful for students, who don't like to speak in the class, but, they get to get this platform where they can share their opinions. They also learn how to collaborate because they'll be able to see each other's work and they'll be able to comment on that, learn from each other. So that's where Flip comes in, and it's a very, 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 very interesting application and something which students really love using. All right. The next, of course, I'm going to be talking about the 21st century skills. If you see the picture, some years back, we had a lot of dependency on books. We were also very much dependent on teacher for all the information. We had to come to schools to learn, and that has changed over a period of time. So let's see a case study. This is Mr. Mathur, who joined a bank in the 1975 as a cashier, and he retired after 35 years as a head cashier. Now, back then, you were not expected to know a lot of, you didn't have to become masters of a lot of skills. Few skills are where, you are aware you would be able to, get into the school. Not much of upgrade was required, because things were even slow at that time. But now we are living in a world which is extremely fast paced. It's governed by technology. Okay. Somebody just said we are in the AI era. Yes, we are. Everything around us is governed by technology. We want to order something, we use our phones. We want to, book a particular flight ticket, air ticket, railway ticket, everything we are trying to do online. Digitally transfer of payments, everything is happening on use of. So what has happened that jobs which are not heard of before, okay, are the jobs are which in more demand. So the maximum jobs are available in artificial intelligence. Now consider ourselves when we had learned in school, we were not aware about such, fields. And that's also what's going to happen with our, kids that we are teaching. We are training them, but are we training them for the future? Because we don't know what lies in the future. What we can do is not focus on just mastering of concept, because that's not going to be enough. Just opening the textbook, teaching from the textbook, and that's about it. Not going to help. That's why it's going to be very, very important for teachers to develop 21st century skills in their learners. Skills like critical thinking, problem solving, collaboration, communication, so that whenever they, become adults, so that, you will be able to prepare them for future. And now that's a change in the process of teaching and learning. It's hands-on. You'll be able to, learn through a digital mediums. You can learn from anywhere in the world. You don't have to go to schools. You have online schools coming up. You have robotics, STEM, coding coming up. So that's how the technology, that's how the field of education has changed over a period of time. Also, therefore, it becomes very, very important for teachers to develop 21st century skills in their learners. And that's where Microsoft Certified Educator program comes in very handy, because this program is built on the 21st century learning design. These 6 skills have been, decided by Microsoft using a research conducted by them and a university in USA. And if you see the national education policy, it also talks about developing these skills. Okay, so if you talk about the 21st century skills that we are going to learn, we are going to learn collaboration and knowledge construction, self-regulation, real-world problem solving and innovation, ICT for learning, which means students are making use of ICT for learning, and skilled communication. All right. So if you see this national education policy wheel, it has some of the things mentioned. If you see point number 7 says critical thinking, creativity, decision-making, innovation. These are 21st century skills. That means teachers have to concentrate on developing these skills. 20, question or point number 5 talks about emphasizing on conceptual understanding, not on rote learning. That's where we comes in the skill of knowledge construction. Point number 4 talks about use of technology for teaching and learning. So not just the teachers use technology, even students make use of technology in classroom. That's again a 21st century skill. So this is what the national education policy is also talking about. All right. Freelancers app. Okay. Freelancer app, all this is freelancer. You all as a freelancer, you can use it. It's all possible for you to use it. There's nothing, there are no separate applications for freelancers. Everybody, either an online tutor, offline tutor, school teacher, college professor, everybody can use. There's nothing as a freelancer. Now, somebody just asked me about the cost. I will mention about the cost at the very end so that you understand what is the cost and why we charge that. All right. Now, how will this course help if you are a teacher in a CBSE or an ICSE school? Again, if you see, the national education policy is already talking about the 21st century skill, but even the CBSE handbook is talking about developing 21st century skills to empower students with it so that they can, deal with their issues and concerns related to their lives. If you're somebody looking for a job in an international school or already working in an international schools, this is very important for you to know how to integrate 21st century in lessons, because the most famous two international curriculum, which is the Cambridge curriculum and the IB curriculum, both of them are talking about 21st century skills. Cambridge curriculum is an inquiry-based approach. And there, you have to ensure the curriculum is only developed in such a way that it collaborates, facilitates collaboration, communication, disciplinary, and creativity. Same with the IB curriculum. It has these learner profile, which it talks about communicators, thinkers, inquirers, knowledgeable, risk takers, reflective. These are inbuilt skills of the curriculum. And when it's inbuilt in the curriculum, it's very essential for teachers to get students to develop these. And this particular app, this particular certification helps you to learn how can you integrate these skills in the classroom, especially through your lessons. All right. So I'm coming towards the all right. I'm coming towards what is it, like an overall highlight about this. We are teaching you around 13 plus tools. We have these tools and applications being used by 20 crore educators. Very easy to learn. We are also, there's no cost involved in terms of, getting these applications. Teachers of all types and all kinds I just mentioned can use it. You are a tuition teacher, student, educators, everybody is able to use it. And we are teaching you around 100 plus features through all these applications. Once you are a Microsoft certified educator, you get this badge, which you can make use of it in a number of ways. You also get a certificate which is signed by Satya Nadella, and a certificate which has no expiry. It is one-time certification that you need to do, and it gives you both the credentials. One is that you are technology, technology literacy, and that you know how to incorporate 21st century skills in your lessons. All right. Now coming to the coming to how we are, helping you cover up this. Of course, while we teach you the program, 60% of it is getting focused on towards preparing for the examination, and another 40% for how do you implement this in your classroom. This can help any class of teachers from the pre-primary to the primary to the secondary. All types of teachers have already done the program. We've been running this program since over 1.5 years. And, we have had so many teachers from all the kinds, freelancer trainers, online tutors, tuition teachers, primary teachers, pre-primary teachers. Everybody has, gained a lot out of this. projector-based classroom, chalk-based classroom, online tuitions, hybrid classroom, any kind of it, and any kind of subject teachers can make use of this, right? Now, as I said, you get this badge, and as a professional, how you can use it. If you're somebody who's looking for a job, you can put it up in your CV. You can even put it up in your email signatures. So this is where you will be able to put it up, while you write your emails at the end that you have the badge, you can write about yourself. It gives a very, very strong understanding from what kind of person you are in terms of the technology qualifications you have. So it is Microsoft Certified Educator gives you an edge where it definitely shows somebody and definitely through an email, if you send it to somebody, you'll be able to showcase that, yes, you are a Microsoft Certified Educator. Of course, you can put it up in your LinkedIn branding, you can put it up in your background picture, or you can put it up in your headline that you are a Microsoft Certified Educator. And yes, these are few of the benefits of the program. It gives you, makes your class interactive, lesson digital tools you can use. You can make, you can reduce your gap as an individual between you and your students. Digital transformation is something that you can definitely think about doing it. Increase your tech credibility, get an edge over the other, other candidates who are looking for a job because you have an additional certification, and it reduces your work. So that's what are the benefits of this certification. Now, let me just quickly tell you about how this program runs. So basically, we train you for 5 weeks on the program, after which you have to give us examination, which is, from Microsoft, conducted online at a comfort of your house. It's just a 1-hour exam, and you just need 70% to clear the exam, and you get your results immediately. Now, the examination fee is 4,400, all right, which is 3,696 plus GST, which comes to approximately 4,400. All right. Now, if you see, put all of this together, and this is what we offer. We give you a live hands-on training. It's not recorded at all. Okay. So we give you a live and hands-on training. We help you in also practicing this back home. So we give you assignments. We give you quiz questions so that you can practice these tools independently. We have mock exams. We conduct regular doubt solving sessions. If you are stuck at any moment, you have mentors which will support you through the program. We provide you curated course material. Our batch size is limited. We have thrice a week classroom classes, which is 5 weeks program. So it's around 15 classes that you will have over the 5 weeks. And we're starting with our batch on the 16th of April. That's around the time between 16th to the 20th. We are starting our batch, and the batch is from 8:30 to 10 in the night. All right. Now, so coming to put together, it is a 10,000 rupees for the certification. And if I add the examination fee, it is coming to 4,400, which is 14,400. We have some vouchers exam vouchers from Microsoft, which, are used by us. And we have around 50 such vouchers. We've got some left. And if you want exemptions in your examination fee, then you can avail for it. But yes, it may be not lasting for many days. So ensure that you enroll in fast, because you have around 2 to 3 days till the time we can hold on to vouchers for some of you who are interested. And therefore, instead of paying 14,400, you pay 10,000 for the course. And of course, there is a huge bonus coming across. I'm going to talk about that right now, which will, make you not just learn Microsoft tools, but also learn many other applications that we are covering that will, make you an all-round teachers to make use of every part of technology. So let's just have a look at the master classes. We are going to give you 12 additional master classes, which will, be from all the angles where we've included, editing for teachers, AI, gamification, creating immersive presentations, everything included here. So graphic designs in education, so you can make use of, these tools. You can create brochures, banners, more social media posts, worksheet, lesson plans. Everything can be created using this graphic designing feature. All right. Again, apart from that, is a video editing tool. So here we'll teach you how to edit your videos, create your videos, create video testimonies in case you wish to create. How can you create your own videos and edit them? So this is the method we for that. AI in education, this is also another very, very interesting thing that is very essential for teachers. What all can you do? You could create ideas for your classrooms. You can create question papers. You could create grade students' essays. You can create exercises, quizzes. You can create drafts of emails. You could convert a particular thing from one text to the other in terms of translate it. You can identify objects around you, and sometimes you don't know what is that thing. Just scan it, and you'll have Google to tell you what it is. So that these are the features of AI tools. So we teach you all of that through our AI model. So these are separate individual master classes which will be offered once your Microsoft program is over, and then you need to complete these in a duration time. Now that's coding also we've included. If you see, coding is also included in this. So we have ensured that we cover each and every aspect of how technology is being used by teachers. So right from image creation, graphic creations, to editing, to AI, to coding. You will see some more happening here. Gamification is very important. So here we teach you applications where you can do gamification. Okay, interactive learning experiences, that is where you can create immersive presentation like how the Neopod is. That's what we teach you in this. How do you create your presentations more interactive? Productivity tools. What productivity tools can you as teachers use to make your life easy? So Miro, Screencastify, annotate.net, read and write. These are some of the extensions, and many more that we teach you in our productive tool models. Apart from this, we take something, yes, this is one more, LinkedIn profile. How do you make your online presence using LinkedIn? How do you make your LinkedIn profile look interesting? How do you, engage people through your LinkedIn profile? And AR/VR in education, that's another thing that we are really focused on, because now this is something which is going to come very soon, by teachers using all across the world. It's very soon going to come to your classrooms also. So these are some of the platforms where Google AR/VR feature is there. Neopod has a VR feature. BBC has a VR feature. And how do you use it for various kinds of subjects in your classroom? And lastly, subject-specific apps. Okay, so in this we cover languages English. So these are some of the book creators and application. Duolingo is an application. ReadWorks is an application. Read Along by Google, Google Translate, and many more applications. Story Jumper. These are some of the applications through which you could do many things, and that's what we teach you through our masterclass. For mathematics, GeoGebra, PHET simulation, gamifications, you can do RoboCompass, GeoBoard, Google Earth, say you can do math. So all of that is being taught in the mathematics. For science, there is class, physics classroom, Chem Collective. So Arduino Science Journal is there. Neopod has a 3D model, PHCT's virtual simulations are there. Okay, social science, again, you can create virtual trips using Google Earth. There's a Google Arts and Culture application that you can make use of. You can use Padlet to create timelines. You can use Google features. There are certain features where you can do a you get a panoramic view of, landmarks across in and around you. So virtual tools and all of that is possible through a lot of applications in social science also. And for the preschool teachers, again, we have various applications. So there's Reading Bear, ABCR, Story Jumper, Jolly Phonics, and many other applications that we cover while we do. And all these applications, usually when we do programs, all these master classes, which are worth 3,000 rupees, are included in the package. So now instead of paying 10,000 for the training, 4,400 for the exam fee, and another 3,000, which if you put it all together, 17,400, you don't have to pay that much. Okay. First, if you enroll yourself in the next couple of days, you get these exemption vouchers, which you can avail from. So you can get an exemption of 4,400 straight away. And because of summers, vacation coming in, we've included all of these master classes free of cost. So all inclusive, you get all of this for 10,000 flat. And if you go on our website, you don't have master classes mentioned at all. So that's because you've attended this webinar. We have introduced you to these master classes that you can, understand that this is what we are covering. And if you want to know more about, what we are doing, what are the video reviews, we have a rating of 4.9 on 5 on Google reviews. You can have a look at the Microsoft Certified Educator program. And here you'll be able to download the syllabus and you'll be able to see it is 10,000. And right now we've included all of this in, again, it says it's for limited period. The batch date is mentioned. All right. And if you see here, we have certain feedbacks from the people. If you come on our homepage, you'll be able to see video feedbacks also. There are many educators from prominent schools and institutes who have, been here. So there's a complete directory of video feedbacks. Okay, we have got around, 500 plus video feedbacks. You can just have a look at as many as you wish to. So there's a huge list of video feedbacks that we have got from our past participants. All right. And yes, as I mentioned, this is the last thing that I can leave you with, and a poll that is coming your way. You can mark if you would like to know more about the course, and our team will get in touch with you. And yes, of course, if you say no, you will not get a call from our team. So would you like to know more about the course? That's a poll that I've just launched right now. You can say yes, or you could say no, and our teams will get in touch with you. All right. I request everybody who's there to put in your answer yes or no. Great, around 70% have already done. I request the rest 30% to quickly put in the poll. And yes, that's the last thing I leave you with. And of course, the question answer is something that I can answer. Technology won't replace teachers, but teachers who use technology will probably replace teachers who do not. So take charge, learn, get yourself technologically trained. Of course, if you are from a school who wants to do a separate demo for your teachers, for the task staff, you can, contact this number and you can get to know more about how we conduct group demos for schools. And of course, you are an individual, you can take the same number and you can contact and ask for any further queries. Let me now quickly see all the questions. I have answered some of the questions already. All right. So I just mentioned freelancer app. There is nothing as freelancers app. All applications that we teach can be used by any teachers. I've explained why the cost is 10K. Okay, there is a lot that you're getting from the program at a nominal amount. Do you provide opportunity for job placements? No, we don't. We can recommend you to some institutes, but we do not actively right now. It's not the program for job placements. We have another program which you probably have joined where we help you with job placements also. I also spoke about how it's going to be helpful for pre-primary teachers, where ebooks can be created as digital resources. You could create the teams for parent communication, displaying of, sharing materials with your parents. So you can do that in the pre-primary section. The sway can be used for, display of student work. Flip can be used. Even students know how to create videos, or parents can create and upload their videos. So Flip can be used. Word, Excel, PowerPoint, of course, as a teacher, you can make use of it. All right, are there any any discounts are part payments before 15 classes. So discounts has already been spoken and given to you. Okay, it's actually worth 17,000 plus. We are already giving you a discount of that much amount. So that's the only discount we offer. For part payments, you can, connect with our team and they can help you know that probably we have and how you can do the part. Can you show the English thing again? All right, I'll do that. Let me just. Okay, yeah, that's the English thing. How will you receive the subjects? For French, of course, in the languages, we will cover up, other languages, what you can make use of. How will you receive certificates? For today, there are no certificates. For the course, you get 2 certificates. Once you complete our course, you get a certificate from Up Educators. And secondly, once you complete your exam, you get a certificate from Microsoft. So that's how you get your certificate. What is the mode of payment? It's an online mode. You have to completely it. There's nothing that other. Today, we are not giving any certificates. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We will get certificate, as I just mentioned, we are not getting it. Certificates today. Can we pay on EMI? That's what you can connect with our team. I just showcase the number one more time. You can take down this number and you can get in touch with our team. They'll let you know if you, so there's no EMI, it's no monthly installment, but we do give installment facility. You can check with them. They'll be able to, help you with that. All right, thank you everyone. If you have still got any queries, you can, help you with, you can definitely ask in the chat. And thank you everyone for being there today. I hope to see you all, or some of you all take up the program. And yes, again, if you have any questions, you can put it up in the chat. I'll definitely be more than happy to answer.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for
Thank you.
wonderful session.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Mohammed. Thank you, Neetu, Sonali, Shruti, Danish, Pujarao, Charulata, Sukhi, Madhu. Thank you, Karuna, Sweetie, Jaya, Neetu. Thank you, everyone, and have a good evening. Bye-bye, everyone. Thank you. Good night, everyone. Good evening and a good night. Bye-bye.